Wait, and welcome to another Qatar podcast, and welcome to man. I'm having an- another for, forgetful moment, and we have yeah, Zod Writer and
Hey,
Bishop.
Zai!
Yeah,
Hey, hey, what's
Hello.
going on?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Glad you could
we
come.
have
Glad you could come.
we have seen Havo on the chat,
All right,
Yes.
hey, Sing.
almost muted.
Sin Havoc got his One Punch Dan trailer the other day.
Yeah, we're gonna
I,
show it later.
I DM'd him. Yeah. Faith in
Yeah,
comics. This couldn't be more appropriate.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's absolutely, man. And welcome. How are you guys? Uh, how is everything?
I'm
Kapow.
blessed. Yeah, pow. There
Hey,
you
hey,
go.
hey, 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 hey. Hey, listen. The bishop has almost 100 subscribers. That
Yes,
alone
he does.
is worth having a celebration.
We're
Okay.
gonna celebrate once he
God, he
goes
comes from a
100.
long line of beautiful people. We're talking about the Little Richards, I mean
Yeah,
the Lionel
little.
Richies, the Jimi
Yeah,
Hendrixes. Yeah, right.
the prince.
Yeah, the Princes. Isn't that what we're talking about right
Yeah,
now?
Yes, yes, yes. I can't help it.
yeah. It's so
See, that's
cool
how
to
the
have.
bishop. That's how the bishop knows I watch.
Yes,
That's how he
Yeah.
knows. Okay. All right.
oh, it's
All
so
right. We
cool,
have
man.
a poster for numbers. We're already in number six
I
of our
know.
pod.
That's crazy.
It's been a wild 3 months.
Yeah.
Only 3 months, right?
And yeah, and I'm still honored that, that we could do this together, man, and just, share our love of God and our love of comics and entertainment and stuff.
And
It's fun.
yeah, it's really fun to have known you guys through all this past 2 years. It's
Yeah.
been 2 years, right?
Right.
Since the latter part of 2022, Black
Hmm.
Adam.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Which I still love. I love that movie.
Me too. So
Mhm.
first, we're gonna read the word of
Absolutely.
from Psalms 90, verse 1 to 2. Lord, you
Absolutely.
have been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever you have formed the earth and the world from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Nice.
Period.
So,
Yes. It's
so
wonderful, man.
Sin Havoc said an underrated movie. That was
Yeah.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Very underrated, man. It was really good. It was really good.
Underappreciated.
Hopefully, sometime soon we'll get some more. You never know. You know.
Yeah. So
Anything is possible in this wicked world that we live in.
Yes, it is. You
yeah,
all right? You all
everything
right?
is really, and I thank God for giving us this medium, this avenue to
Yeah.
uh, to share what we like, what we do, and share our faith with each other. And
Hmm.
Yeah.
as I was telling Bishop earlier, it's fun to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So what's up, guys? What's in your what are you doing now? First is Zod.
Yeah. Go ahead, Zai.
Well, I mean, I'm working on a groundbreaking new film. that I think everybody is going to be excited about, at least in our circles. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, I think I'm doing a good thing. I mean, our good friends over at the Lethal Geeks don't seem to care too much, but hey, it's all good because hey, the movie is coming along good, and as you two know, because you're part of the executive branch,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
hey, listen, hey, listen. I've been kind of out of the loop in a lot of the, in the kind of lately in a lot of the Snyderverse things that we're doing, but that's only because I'm working on something very special of my own, which is taking priority and is basically taking up all my free time and some of my not so free time. So let's just put it that way. I'm investing an awful lot into this movie, and I just hope that it comes out very, 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 very
Hey,
good
we have the Curly
and meets
Ray
expectations.
on the
There's the
chat.
Curly Ray in the chat. Yep.
Hey, Curly Ray, what's going on? He's a really good guy, man. He's got a really good heart. I love Curly
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah. He has a good heart. He has a new uh, YouTube stream going on,
Yeah,
and
Hmm.
that's Rebel
yeah,
Moon
Hmm.
Fury. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely,
Yes.
hey,
the Curly Ray. This is
Absolutely.
real cool. And you, Bishop, what are you cooking up this past
Well,
few weeks?
I've been, doing a little show called Come On In and Get Some with the Bishop, that currently has 95 subscribers, yes. And and I'm very excited about that. I'm also excited, that I started a new little segment on my show called giving praise. So I'll be singing, I'll be singing a little bit something and, giving you a few gospels every now and then. And
Nice.
and I'm also, kind of busy being, an executive producer on this groundbreaking movie that I heard about called One Punch Dan. So
Yeah, One Punch
hey,
Dan.
hey, I listen. You are a great executive producer. I got to tell you. I mean, and sometimes you just got to have faith, right? You got to have faith.
You gotta have faith, man.
yeah, you watch, Vlad. Yeah, you watch.
Jasmine Star watches also. I don't know if you noticed, but Jasmine
I
sort of
know.
she kind of
It's just a
showing
really
her
good
appreciation,
soundtrack.
and she's one of your Jasmine Star's one of your 95 subscribers. So
Yeah,
I
Jasmine
love
Star.
Jasmine. I love you, Jasmine. oh man, that is so cool, guys. but yeah, that's what I'm up to. I'm just trying to make the channel grow and trying to get the word out to as many people as I can, so we can, like I say, we all got to. I'm trying to get us all going through them straight gates. That's all I'm trying to do. That's my job.
Yeah,
yeah, man. I
that's
appreciate
very
you guys.
cool.
I really
So
do.
my subscribers is at 414,
Ooh, I'll
wonderful.
get there one
and
day.
You're gonna get more.
actually it
You're gonna
should
get more
be.
guitar. You guys are. I got you guys promoted on my page on my
Thank you very
friends of
much,
Thank
Sunwriter. I got
you.
you guys put
Zod
showing
Writer.
right there. You guys are right there. You and Bishop. I mean, hey, come on, you guys are the executive branch. It's there's gonna be
God bless
We
you,
are the
man. Thank you for
executive
that.
branch.
there's gonna be a
That that has a nice ring of the bell to it.
It's so cool, man. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, really. It does. I really appreciate that. And
listen.
I'm always promoting
I
you.
want to see your I want to see your channels. I want to see your channels grow. So,
Yeah, thank you,
in
man.
any way that I can promote. I mean, hey, listen, that's what it's about, promoting, getting the word out. And and listen, you guys both do fantastic work on your channels. So
Thank
if you
Yeah.
you.
guys like, hey, Sin Havoc was saying that, you know, Black Adam is an underrated movie.
Yeah.
I
You
think
said
you
that.
guys, I think you guys are underrated, very, very
Oh,
much so. And I'm
I appreciate
underrated
it.
too. We're all underrated
Yes, you
around
are.
here.
We
That's
are.
the truth. We're all
Underrated
underrated.
movie.
Everybody likes a
Under
good underdog story.
underappreciated. He
Hmm.
also said underappreciated.
Well, he knows. See, Sin Havoc knows. Don't sleep on Sin Havoc. He knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
tied in.
thankful for Sinava for
Yeah,
supporting
listen.
my
Yeah.
channel.
Sin Havoc is
He,
dope,
he was the
100%.
first.
He is, man. He's always been cool and supportive, man. I really appreciate that as well. And you're a cool dude, man. And then that's why we love your
I guess my message went through. Thanks, man.
yeah, man. And that's why we love your teaser trailer, man. It's ooh, that's really
Your
good.
teaser
Well,
trailer.
his teaser trailer, I will have to say, as far as One Punch Dan goes, is definitely different from all the other teaser
It
trailers that
is.
have
You,
released
you know,
so far.
I
Very
still stand
different.
by my question. Why does he sound like?
Zach.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a running joke, kind of like how
Yeah, yeah.
One Punch Dan started out. One Punch Dan started out as just a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
One of one of Batman's theories uh kind of ties Sin Havoc in with Zack Snyder. So I thought it would be a good idea to maybe give Sin Havoc a somewhat familiar voice in the movie,
Oh,
not
so there
necessarily
is a method to your madness.
not necessarily right. I mean, it's not it's purposely, it sounds a little bit like a very popular director that we know and love,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's not quite. But it sounds enough like that
You want to
director.
see the trailer? I
Di-
sort of.
Why not?
Why?
All
I mean,
right.
listen, listen. You can play the trailer, and and then we can talk about it afterwards. Because again, I think it is the most, in my personal opinion, as writer, director, and producer, I just think that it's the most unique of all
Yeah,
the One Punch Dan trailers,
it
as
is.
far as the story goes, because it's a part of the story that I have not addressed in any of the other trailers that I have released so far. So,
Right.
so
Yes, it takes you deeper into the
you
story.
can by all means show the
Okay.
trailer, Qatar, because you seem to be the only person on YouTube other than myself that's even interested in talking about One Punch Dan on your channel. So by all means, you are more than
Okay.
welcome. Again, with the exception of
Let's
the bishop as well, because the bishop is again another executive producer. So y'all are,
Yeah,
let's switch
I,
this.
and I'm going
I picked the right crew. I picked the right crew. Right?
and trust me, I'm going to start incorporating some of these trailers into my show too. So yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay,
You're
let's
welcome to do that.
click this
You
video.
guys are in the film, so I mean,
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Roll that beautiful bean
Let's check
footage.
this out. Let's
Yes.
where is
himself for what he believed. He had unshakable faith in humanity, said he was dying for the sins of this world. His brutal death was beyond moving, powerful, so much more than any words I can or will ever speak. I was a Roman soldier. My fate was just. When I died, I was reborn, told by the redeemed, I am a warrior for the side of light. Today, One Punch Dan and the rest of the team know me as Sin Havoc, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Just to be with the one he loves. How many times has he broken the
Oh,
promise?
that is so hot.
It's never been done.
did you notice what I noticed? So
Oh,
Sin Havoc said, this is the crew, Zod writer.
yes, sir.
One Punch Dan from the Curly Ray. One
Uh,
Punch Dan is going to be the best comic book film of 2025.
I believe so. I
Fire,
believe so.
fire trailer.
Yeah, because it's gonna take, like I said in my my last show, which I know Zod watched, obviously. Like I said in that show,
Whenever we, whenever we comment on your show, we watched it.
yep, I can tell.
Well, that's the only way to know what was actually said, right? If we didn't
That's
watch it,
true.
well, hey, yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. That's true, and I like the fact that y'all liked the damn video.
absolutely, yeah.
But
Ja-
I,
Jasmine
I
Star
said,
liked the damn. Jasmine Star liked the damn video too. So
I'm glad she did. She's
So
my Janet Jackson.
Sin
I love my
said
Jackson.
again, thank you, man. He's thanking us,
Sin
thanking
Havoc,
Zod.
you are awesome,
That's
my friend.
you are awesome,
Yeah.
my friends.
Just like I told them in my show that, you know, you think you're gonna go one way, but then it's gonna take you in a whole nother direction. And it's that, and that's what's gonna be the magic of it. And just people, you know, yeah, we're underdogs right now. We're underrated and unappreciated and you know, all the uns. But
A lot of uns going on. I'm telling you.
a lot of uns going
I've
on. But
I thought about it. I'm like, when I literally took all those teaser trailers that I had and put them together and made one video. I did that because I wanted to make it easy for people
Hey, I have that
to go
me
ahead and
too.
compilation.
say, yeah,
Oh,
no,
you got it?
but what I wanted to do was I wanted to make it easy on people to be able to access it and see it all because I realized that, putting them all out individually, it's cool, but people, it's like, no, just put them all together, let people check it all out as one big thing. And what I don't understand is it just seems like, I specifically didn't put in the original Sin Havoc trailer that I had made because I made a Sin Havoc trailer prior to all that. And the only reason I didn't do that was because I didn't include it in that was because I was still working on the one that I just put out, and I wanted it to be better, and I wanted it to show an aspect of the plot that you guys hadn't seen yet. So it sort of sits on its own as separate, but there's going to be more because there's a character in One Punch Dan called the Redeemed that Sin Havoc mentions in his trailer, and
Yeah.
I am going to put together a little trailer about the Redeemed. So there will be a trailer
So
Oh,
Sin
trailer for that.
Havoc said, Zod writer is noticing what I've been telling you, Qatar. Yes, yes,
man,
yeah, that's true.
it's just incredible, man. It's just gonna
Sin
be
has
so good.
been telling those stories, those facts in our
Hmm.
chat every
Yes,
time.
Sin is very spiritual. That's what kind of gravitated me towards him because he would like I would say things in the chat and then he would like agree and correspond and then add to it and I'm like, ooh, he knows what he's talking about. So you know,
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. You know, who else? I mean, he fits right on in with all of this. You know, and that's why I'm glad that you gave him that character that you did, Zod, because that's perfect for him. That's perfect for him.
I wanted a good character for Sin Havoc in the context of the story is the ultimate soldier. He is a member of the superhero team that is, and he's always out in the field doing the hard work fighting against the cyborgs because he's a member, of that team. He's a member of the and the name of the name of the One Punch headquarters that they all reside in. It's called Wakanda Hall. Okay, and it is a superhero. It is almost like the Hall of Justice, but I call it
all
Wakanda
right.
Hall, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a backstory of why I call it Wakanda Hall. See, I used the back in my younger days, I used to off and on, I used to date this woman named Wakanda. You know, I worked with her back in my younger years, and we dated off and on in a while, and her name was Wakanda, and I'm doxing Wakanda right now, Wakanda Hall, right? And so I named the headquarters Wakanda Hall, after her, and
That's
and then I sort of threw in some real deeply layered like Easter eggs and things, from my personal life, as well as
right.
things I know about some of you, and things I know about other people that are in the film, other members of the cast. So it's kind of so there is a lot of uh nostalgia in this movie for people who know where to look. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. There's a lot of you know, little
Yeah.
elements that make the story interesting. And again, not having that spiritual aspect of One Punch Dan would actually make it less. It has to have that spiritual aspect to be important to me. And I wasn't going to do this movie unless I could incorporate some sort of spirituality into it, because I need it to be true to life. I need it to be true to something that we're all a part of, something that we all believe in, and something that we're all passionate about. And so being able to tell that story, and being able to incorporate those spiritual aspects, is very important. And Sin Havoc's character, being a reincarnated, you know, a Roman soldier who
Roman
actually
soldier,
who actually
Right.
Roman
has
centurion.
actually
Yeah.
has the
Good
memories
night,
of his
Curly
past
Ray.
life. Good night, Curly Ray.
Good
The
night, Curly
the
Ray.
the memories of his past life. He actually has those memories, and so in that regard, it's because Sin Havoc's character, it's kind of it's almost like a mutant ability. He has the ability to remember his past lives.
Hmm,
So
That's so.
that's
you're gonna
quite
find out you're gonna find
interesting.
out a lot of interesting things about Sin Havoc, in a life prior to the life prior to the one that he had. He was someone else, and he kind of so there's all these different things, but you're gonna find that out in One Punch Dan. So
So Sin
And
Havoc says, one hand washes the other, two hands wash the face, words to live by.
that's right.
Nice.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one thing I love about the way that you're designing all of the characters is because they're not superficial. Each one of them, each one of the main characters and things there's a deeper story to each one of their lives. If you go deep enough, you see that they're all their lives are connected. And that's the telltale sign of a good storyteller. That you can connect so many
We're all
characters.
we're all one. We all come from the same place, Bishop.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
one. It's all one. It's all one love. It's all one entity. It's all one thing. Okay, so what you learn is that we are all connected, but we're connected deeper than people realize. People in this life, it's all about surface level BS. It's not none of it is
Yeah,
really
that's
none of it
true.
is
It's not
really people
that deep.
people don't stop and realize and stop and think about it. If you're hurting your brother, if you're hurting your sister, you're hurting this person, you're hurting a part of yourself, because
Yeah.
we're all one entity essentially, and it's like an octopus, and you keep cutting off the tentacles of the octopus. You keep
And it
cutting those.
keeps
Yeah,
growing
it keep
back.
growing back, right? Why does it keep growing back? It keeps growing back because that's what it's all about. Why do you think
Hmm.
we die off, more people are born, we continue to, the population continues to grow, the population, gets smaller, it grows, but it's so deep. And One Punch Dan is
Yeah.
going to really, 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 delve
Touch on
deep
all of
into what we into who
So
we are
Zod
as
said,
human
"You
beings.
have no idea." Sin Havoc said, "Zod writer, you have no idea."
I'm telling you guys, people are not ready for what this movie is going to do.
Yeah,
This movie is
They're
going
not.
it's the
is
symbolism is just, man. It's
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. It's just it's going to be such an incredible experience, and that not everybody's going to get it.
yeah,
But
I know that. I know
yeah,
that. I have no delusions about the fact that there are going to be a lot of people who are not going to get it, and there are going to be a lot of people that are going to hate it just simply because
yeah,
it came from me. They're going to hate it.
yeah,
You're going to
yeah,
have
yeah,
that, and you're going to have the aspects of here's what One Punch Dan has working against it right off the bat. Has the fact that I'm making it number one. That's a big going to be a big red flag for a lot of people. Second
yeah.
is the whole hang up and issue that people have with AI technology. That's another
That,
problem
yes,
people are going to have with it. That's
that's a
another
hang up.
issue. It's another big issue. It's another big problem. It's another thing. It's one of the things that kept so many people whom I deeply respect that I wanted to have involved with this project. It kept so many people out because of their hangups and their issues with AI. So that's number two. And number three is the fact that this is not going to be a run of the mill superhero film, and it actually is going to have a very, very powerful message. And because of number four, which is that One Punch Dan is essentially, and I can say this now that we've put out the Sin Havoc teaser, that this is essentially a faith-based film. And
Yes,
yeah, that alone is going to take,
people tend
that's
to
going to turn
tend
some
to
people off.
people tend to look very negatively upon faith-based film projects, regardless of what other messages are incorporated within those films. So far, those are just four things right off the top of my head right now that I could think of that are working steadily against the success of this project. Now, for me, I feel like the project is already a success because
Hmm.
I have the best team in the world. I have the executive branch. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm
the
making the movie.
executives.
It's coming along great. I'm putting out, I'm still putting out trailers for those that are interested in seeing them. I'm working on the movie every day. I'm working on a lot of great music tied to the movie. Lots of wonderful things. So for me, it's a dream project because I'm unshackled and I can do what I want and I can tell the story that I feel needs to be told. So for me, it's not like when I was writing, when I was writing Pause Not Stopped and I was trying to tell a non-fictional historical
Right.
account of stuff that was going on and I was getting information, from people who were involved. I was basically trying to chronicle something. But at the end of the day, I didn't have control over that like I do One Punch Dan. One
Yeah.
Punch Dan,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
control over the project, over what I'm trying to do, over the story I'm trying to tell. The people that are involved with it are people that want to be involved with it,
Mhm.
and they don't have necessarily have the hangups on the levels that other people do. So therefore, the project, I kind of look at it like this: if 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 you know me and you know who I am and you know what I'm about and you believe in
If
me,
you know, you
then
know.
you're going to believe in the project. You're going to believe in what I'm doing with One Punch Dan.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you don't,
It's like I said, it's not going to be for everybody, but for those who it's for, they'll get it. They'll get
Yeah.
it. You
Sin
know.
Havoc said, when you guys have time, look up the Merovingian papers.
oh yeah,
Hold on, hold on.
Wait,
Mhm.
Merovingian? Isn't this the dynasty where they said they were descendant from Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene?
Okay, I will look up that later. I'll
Yeah,
definitely check that out.
oh yeah,
Definitely check that out.
you
When
definitely.
Sin gives you a suggestion, yeah, because
Yeah,
he knows some things.
he does.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
He does know some things. It's
yeah,
really intriguing.
yeah. Because I want to know how he knows some of these things. I mean,
So I'm gonna share the videos that Zod Writer compiled, and
cool.
we'll show them the first one.
When today started, I was just a normal guy. Little did I know just how much
Hmm.
my life was about to change.
Yeah,
This is the story of how my life changed forever. I have no idea why the sacred solar orb chose me, but I can only conclude that choice was not an accident, and I have a destiny. Whoever I was, I am no longer. I am here for the fight of my lifetime. I am 1PunchDan.
Okay, that was the first
yes.
one before.
Okay.
What
Hmm.
that's a very nice video for, and you had Bat Dan do the voice, the copy of the voice of Bat Dan,
yeah.
and Sin Havoc says
Hmm.
he knows some things.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
We know.
he
We know.
definitely, he definitely does. And if you know, you know. But I just think that I think that with Batman as One Punch Dan, it's just funny because it started off, kind of like I said, kind of as a joke. The idea that he's just this guy, he's just this everyman, this fan of Zack Snyder, and staunch supporter of Ezra Miller, and just this
Yeah,
guy,
he is.
with really with no, and I looked at that and I said, okay, we're gonna go. And when I went to Bat Dan about the project, he was really supportive. He was on board. I was like, listen, I want to use your voice and I want to use your likeness, and I'm gonna make him, look like you, but you know, and he's gonna sound like you, but there's gonna be things in there that he's gonna do that are definitely not you, but there's things that I've gotten to know Bat Dan very, very well, and I consider him to be a great friend, and I've gotten to know him, and I think that One Punch Dan, there's going to be a lot of Bat Dan in One Punch Dan, but also there's going to be a lot of things like with all of your characters. There's pieces of all of you in your characters.
So
Yeah,
Sin Havoc says, "I'm happy. My nickname for Bat Dan is becoming a movie."
I am too. And Sin Havoc, you are credited as one of the creators of One Punch Dan. Your name is credited as one of the creators because it was a
that's so
running
cool.
joke. It was
Very.
a running
That's
joke.
so
So I had to
cool.
give everybody credit for creating,
Yes.
the character of One Punch Dan. And
I'm so,
and here's the
that's,
thing, Bat Dan, he's he's embraced the character, and I'd like to
mm,
see him, but I'd like
Yes.
to see him really embrace the character. I'd like to see him
mhm.
really start embracing the character, and because things are going to start ramping up because as I get closer to completing the project, the movie will be done soon. It's
So
not one of
cool.
those things where I feel like the movie is going to take, barring issues with with the AI and things that I myself personally would not have control over. Barring the things I don't have control over, I think this movie is going to, uh, you know, make make the
It's gonna
scheduled
rock.
release date. I don't think there's going to be any problem. I mean, I'm making progress with it every day. I'm not looking forward to the time I have coming up over the next few months, where I'm going to actually have to try to assemble all this footage. I'm definitely not looking forward to that, because that's going to be tough. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do that, and I'm gonna have to be an editor, and I'm gonna have to make the tough decisions. And
Mm,
Zod writers creating amazing things. Stay tuned. Thanks, Sin.
absolutely.
I appreciate that, Sin
Absolutely.
Havoc. It's I think it's amazing, just in terms of being able to do a project like this. For me, I never in my life would have imagined I could get all my friends, well, some of my friends, to be in a movie, and I could basically, make it work and make everybody, make some people superheroes, make some people villains, make some people this, make some people that. I just, to me, it's a dream come true. I can't imagine, how, because I could just imagine how tough this would be if I was actually, how much more work it would be if I was out there actually shooting it, and I had to hire actors, and I had to do this, and I had to do that. And
Costume
one
designs
of the
and all
things that I
that.
love, and one of the things that I love is that AI has pretty much cut out all of that. I don't have to hire a costume designer. I don't have to have a cinematographer. I don't have to get actors or make,
Yeah.
schedules to
AI made
shoot with my
things
friends.
simpler and
I, I
easier.
I would say that it's made it easier to an extent, because there's things that AI isn't quite good at yet, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
that make things a little bit difficult. But I think, by and large, it's made it easier to at least, you know, get your footage, get the things that you need, and try to build and tell a story a little bit better, a little bit more efficiently. And I think in the finished product, it's gonna show that this movie is. I don't think people are gonna be able to look at this and say, "Oh, he made it." They're gonna, there's gonna be the haters and the naysayers that are gonna look at it and hate it, just
Yeah,
because just
of
because
course.
it's AI. Right out of the gate,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Ew, AI." That's what they're gonna say. "Ew, AI."
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a lot of that. I mean, and I can understand that. I can understand people's problems with AI. I can understand people's struggles
Their
with it.
fears. Yeah. But
And
then
then there's
honestly, just saying but this latest one you did of Sin Havoc is the smoothest looking one yet. It is it. There's no, because it's usually like little hiccups in it, but this was smooth
Let's
from beginning to end.
so let's check the other
Uh oh.
parts of the trailer.
Hmm. Hey.
Hey, there's a certain hiccup there with the arm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Nice
yeah.
trailer.
I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes. A curiosity.
Everything is dust in the wind unless you
Dust
are
in the
eternal
wind.
like
All
me.
they are is dust
That's
and
my daughter.
wind.
Yeah, easy guy.
I love
This
that
is the other one,
song.
and this is the other
Don't worry,
one
son, we will find you.
with
What I do? That's so high. That's so high.
so wait.
That's so dope, man.
That's
Mm.
Mikey.
I pause. That's
Mike,
supposed to be Mikey's character, right?
yeah, that's Mikey's
Yeah.
character. He is Michael Sanderson. He is the father of Jay Sanderson, who is Sox Bulletins, aka the Cordovan
The
Speedster.
The
Cordovan
Cordovan
Speedster.
speed.
I wish
Yeah.
we could have socks in the chat, but in the
Well,
panel,
maybe. Yeah, yeah. No, well, maybe next one on the next one, maybe we
maybe.
have to, have to reach out to him and see if he's interested, which he probably will
Yes.
be.
Yeah,
Well, as we get closer to the release of the
awesome.
movie, I
Mikey
there's
verse
there's a
forever.
lot of there's a lot of Mikey stuff that I'll be putting out. There's a lot of Mikey material. That was just a little teaser
Yeah.
of Mikey, but hey, listen, I didn't take the dislikes on that trailer personal, but what I didn't like was that the dislikes were it was basically getting ratioed, and I think I have an idea of who was doing it, but that's okay.
Mm,
That's perfectly
mm,
fine. I
uh,
understand that there's somebody
I
out
mm.
there
have a feeling
who's a
who
little
that is.
bitter about the way certain things went down, and
Mhm.
I can understand that. So I'm not taking that personally, but that person,
No, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Yeah,
but
that's
he should
true.
know, this before he sends his cronies to dislike all the One Punch Dan related material. I got permission from Mikey's family to have Mikey's voice used in this project to voice a character.
Mhm.
So don't you get nobody could say that I'm being disrespectful here, okay?
Bitter is a
M-
kind word,
Yeah, yeah.
says Sinha.
Yeah.
Mikey, Mikey, Mikey's family gave me permission because they
Mhm.
know that if Mikey were alive, Mikey would 100% be in support of this project because
What?
this project is carrying on his legacy
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Well,
I'm not
people.
trying to do a comic book. I'm not trying to I I mean it's
Well,
like I don't have the rights to Dreamwalker, so I'm doing something original. I'm doing
I'm,
something that Mikey would 100% support. And I know
envy, jealousy is more like it, says
I'm,
Mikey can
Sin.
see every moment that I'm spending on this project. He's up there watching. He knows what I'm doing, and I'm telling you right
mhm.
now, he's gonna love what I did with him what I did
Yeah.
with his character in this film for sure.
And besides,
Especially the father and son relationship between him and Socks.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
besides, there's no room for, I don't think we really need a vampire in our story. So I don't
When
think
today
so.
started, I was just a normal guy.
I don't have any vampires in One Punch
Right.
no
Dan. Maybe,
vampires.
maybe in the sequel we might throw in you know a a uh,
Yeah.
a,
A vampire or something,
a confused vampire of sorts. But as of right now, there is no.
Mikey's proud of Zod Rider, according to Sinha.
I know he is. I know he is. I know he is. And
a confused vampire.
his family is has been nothing but supportive. I will tell you that. I've gotten, messages from his sister and his nephew and his niece. Listen, I know that, I know that One Punch Dan isn't Dreamwalk, but if I can continue Mikey's legacy in any way, I feel like that's more than what other people who claimed that they were gonna do something to continue Mikey's legacy. I'm not mentioning any names, but I feel like it was left
More
up.
like a succubus
I
bishop.
felt like it was. I felt like it was up to me to turn around and do something because i- you know, listen, he needs to Mikey's legacy needs to continue and it needs to carry on and
Yeah,
it can
Yeah.
carry on through me and the next person and the next person and the next person and the next person, but it's going to live on and that's all that's important, you know?
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So we got two more trailers
Uh-oh.
in this. Here it comes.
Yes.
When I met my husband, Jay,
It's
I didn't know he was a hero.
Mama Bear.
He is the
Beautiful
love of
Mama
my
Bear.
life, but he is also a miserable pile of secrets, like any other man.
I love her voice.
I'm Ruby Sanderson, and I will be by the side of the Cordovan speedster till death. Do us part.
It's gonna take a Cordovan speedster to sweep me off my feet. Yeah, I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. He's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and he's gotta be soon and he's gotta be loyal.
I've been a superhero ever since I was a kid.
Josh
Let's face it, I was the best then, and I'm the best
Josh
now.
Josh.
Not even 1PunchDan can match my abilities. God, yes, everybody, I'm that guy. Oh yeah,
God,
silly
yes,
me. I forgot to
everybody.
introduce myself. I'm just Josh.
Okay.
God, yes,
Two
everybody.
more
He's that
trailers.
guy.
He's that
Oh, you
guy.
got two more? Oh,
Just Josh.
He's one of my
yeah, God,
favorite.
yes.
He's one of my favorite characters of the entire project. I mean, I honestly
Yeah.
can't say because he is. I don't want to say Just Josh is the comic relief of the project, but Just Josh is very funny, and the project is.
Yeah.
I've laughed out loud so many times writing for Josh. It's ridiculous. Has
God, yes. He's that guy, y'all.
this great
God,
sense of
yes.
this great sense of humor, this great sense of of self-worth. He definitely has confidence. I'll give him
Yeah.
that.
That's one of my favorite lines that he says. God, yes, I'm that guy. like he just loves himself so much. Like, God, yes, everybody, I'm that guy.
I am that
I love
guy.
it.
Come on, and his partner in justice is the bishop. So I mean, we got. I mean,
Hey,
come on. He's
got to keep him
he
balanced.
knows he knows he's ordained. And he knows the things that he does, the things that he's been involved in, his superherodom and his survival. He knows it's ordained by God. He knows he's here for a reason. He knows that. There is no doubt that Josh is unaware because I mean, some of the stuff that he's done, I can't even. I mean, there's so much with regards to the Just Josh character that I cannot publicly talk about. But all I
I
can
know.
say is that people are going to be really, really amazed at at some of the things I've got planned for,
Josh.
to add to that mythology because Josh's character is really is gold. It really is.
Yeah, he's that's my boy.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and you captured a lot
also
of this stuff.
had Mama Bear as
Oh,
the wife of
Of
Sox
of
Bulletin
of
character.
Cordovan Speedster. Now,
yeah.
Ruby Sanderson, who is played by Mads Mama Bear, is an unbelievable character. She kind of has this. She's kind of misleading. She's very Gemini-ish. She's very
Okay.
misleading. There's things about her where you'll think there's moments in the movie where you'll think she's kind of a damsel in distress, but
Mm,
then there's things that she does in the movie that will show you she's more of a Lois Lane type, or even like a Ripley from Aliens, kind like a cross between Lois
Mm,
Lane and Ripley from Aliens. She's really a
mm,
badass. She's
yeah.
not a damsel in distress. The trailer,
good.
that trailer kind of makes her like, she's the
Yeah.
loving, supportive wife, but she says things in that trailer. If you really listen, the things that she says in that trailer kind of lets you know that she knows that things with the Cordovan Speedster are kind of, not exactly, what
Kosher.
Yeah.
what you would think. It's kind
Not
of,
kosher.
she knows about, the line from Castlevania, what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets, right? A miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
says in the trailer, he's a miserable pile of secrets, like any other man. She knows that there's some
He
stuff about the
knows.
Cordovan speedster that he will not tell her, that she will find out on her own. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what those things
Oh
are,
yeah,
well, you'll see in the movie. There's some stuff going on with the Cordovan speedster. And,
his
and I
whole
you know, and
plan.
I tease Mad's Mama Bear about Cordovan speedster being kind of like a deadbeat boyfriend kind of a guy, like, oh yeah, he's cheating on you, he doesn't care. But he's not, though. He's really not. He's not.
He's
There's
not
more
cheating.
to it.
He's
There's more to it than that.
doing
It's not
superheroing.
cheating. It's not there's some things going on, but it's not cheating in the traditional sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that will be in the movie. That it's a kind of more of like a gray area kind of a thing. So the
Okay.
movie is, so that will be that relationship is complicated, but there is more to Ruby Sanderson than what you saw in that trailer.
Meets the eye.
So you will get to see different sides of Mama Bear. And I have to say, all of Mama Bear's performances for this movie, in my mind, have been top notch. I mean, I feel like she's an Oscar level actress. I mean, her voice is perfect for the
The
role.
voice alone.
She's
Yeah.
literally sitting. I mean, the things that she's saying, I don't know. I just think she's amazing. And I mean, it's been a pleasure to work with her, even though she hasn't actually really recorded anything. It's just been
Well,
fun
she's
to
kind of
write
she's
with
kind of she's kind of busy right now because her one of her best friends is battling cancer right now. So
yeah, yeah.
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 I'm no, but what I'm saying is that the whole idea that it's AI, that I cloned her voice so that I could create,
Mm-hmm,
like I did with
mm-hmm,
all of you, and
mm-hmm.
Mama Bear is no different. But I mean, her performances are amazing. So
It
I
looks
think
so
So
good.
you guys
let's
should
check
see her.
out the other trailers.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
At this
Cool.
stage.
Hear me, my daughter. Embrace the light. You will find yourself again. I believe in you.
The
I know my faith
Bishop
is not in vain.
That's my daughter.
is your daughter.
That's my daughter. Hear me,
Captain
my
Terry is
daughter.
an honourable man, but he went against me.
Oh my
Being my
god.
foe is fatal business, and I got the fire around my guns to prove it. I'm savage, and that makes me a bloody freaking nightmare.
The Savage
In the
Bat.
end, though, it doesn't matter if it's cyborgs, villains, clown table superheroes, or grey area cops. I'm always ready for a fight. Never bet against a savage in black.
I love
Never
it.
bet against the Savage in Black.
Okay.
So, whoop. One more. Let's check this out.
Time for my leap of faith. Here
Oh,
goes
two more.
nothing.
Yes. Alpha Planet.
Alpha Pass.
If I'm dead, I'm not leaving here without a fight. Alpha Pass to 1Punch HQ. I have engaged Isagae's cyborgs. Please make note in Austin's data logs that my death appears to be pending.
And here's the last clip.
You all may not know me, but I'm Alpha Pass, and sometimes when shit gets real, I gotta spread my wings.
Nice.
And well,
Warrior.
evil Earth-conquering cyborgs hell-bent on eradicating humanity definitely counts as one of those times.
All right.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Ah, that is so
You
sick.
you you really got the Savage Bat to agree on getting his voice.
I talked to him about being in the film, and he had, at first he had some reservations because, he's not on friendly terms with everybody who's in the
Yeah.
movie. So he was sort of wishy-washy about whether or not he wanted to be a part of it, but he's been my friend for a while, and I told him, listen, I said, I've got a role for you. I've got a character for you. I've got plans for your character. So,
Right.
you know, and at one point he said to me, I think it would be best if I wasn't in the movie. And I had to tell him, you're already in the movie. You're in the film. I said, I'll
Okay.
send you your trailer. I was in the process of actually, his trailer was rendering at the time that he was telling me uh, maybe he shouldn't be in the movie. So I finished rendering it, and I sent it. Then I sent it to him, and he was completely sold on it. He's like, "Sounds great." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes, I have things planned for you." It's like, listen, this is what it's about. This is about what's best for the movie, what's best for the film.
Mhm.
I'm not interested in people's personal squabbles, beefs, issues, whatever issues people have, whatever personal issues people have, that's on them. That's got nothing to do with me. I'm making a movie. I'm trying to do right by everybody in the community. And I got to be honest, this whole project is being dedicated to Mikey Sutton, and it's being made in the name of carrying on his legacy. And, for some people, like it or not, Savage Bat was a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for me, putting Savage Bat in the movie as a badass character, as a badass anti-hero, really does, you know, really does fit in with, continuing the Dreamwalker legacy of Mikey. So I have no regrets about uh Savage Bat's role in the movie. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think everybody will enjoy Savage Bat's role in the movie. It's good. He's good. He's got some great lines. He's got this little. I'll give you guys a little bit of a little bit of an idea of what's going on with his character in the movie. He's kind of bounty hunting this police officer who's sort of crossed him, and
Oh.
so
Oh,
who's played by my real life cousin Terry. And so
okay.
my real life cousin Terry, it plays Captain Terry in the movie. And
Okay.
so the storyline is this beef between Captain Terry and Savage. And he's not called Savage Bad. He's just called Savage in the
Yeah,
movie.
it's called just
And
Savage.
and Savage and Captain Terry kind of have this uh Sergio Leone, Clint Eastwood kind of like old west style showdown. It's one of the
Mm.
Spaghetti
most
Western.
it's one of the most epically cool action pieces for this type of movie. I think you guys are going to like it. It's very unique, and it's very reminiscent of those old movies, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that kind of stuff. It has
Mhm.
those elements. I kind of wanted to incorporate some kind of western in the desert kind of elements there. So you have a fight between Captain
Fistful of
Terry.
dollars.
Yeah, so you got a fight
Right.
between Captain Terry and Savage, and it's good. It's a small plot line. It's not super big, and it doesn't really run throughout the whole movie, but it's really, and it fits in very well. And I'm just thankful that I don't have to cut it because I really like it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really interested in I'm really excited for seeing the Savage Bat's role and Necron's role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be cool.
we could talk a little bit about Necron because you guys still you're going to still show that trailer, right? We'll talk
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit
We're
about that
gonna
in a minute.
show that
But
trailer
but I
later.
but I do want to talk a little bit about Alpha Pass, which is A
Okay.
Pass's
Oh,
character.
Alpha
Alpha Pass
Pass.
is a wonderful character, and there is so much more to her than meets the eye. And I tried to incorporate that, and that's why I couldn't just most people. I just did one character trailer, but for A Pass I had to do two because there's two very different aspects to Alpha Pass. You know,
Mm.
she's the
Looks
warrior
so
where she's kind
cool.
of taking on the cyborg army all on her own. And then you got the
Yeah.
idea of her, spreading the wings to show that she is a warrior of a higher tier. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. It's
So
gonna be
I
cool,
Yeah.
man.
so she's definitely got a lot of great stuff, and she's very, very fun to write for. And
Yeah.
as you guys know, I spent a lot of time getting to know APAS really, really well because her and I did the I Don't Get It YouTube show
Yeah.
for a while when before she had other things that were happening that she needed to step
Oh,
away and couldn't do it any longer. But
I
the
hope she
Mm.
can appear
but I w- it would lo-
live.
I would love to anytime if she were available to come back and do it, I would do it again in a heartbeat. But
Yeah.
as of right now, due to her work schedule and various other things she has going on, she's unavailable for that kind of thing. So, but
Right.
I was just
Right.
thankful to be able to get her in the movie and to get her, get her permission to put her in the movie and have all that. And she's really excited about her character too. And there's a lot of stuff about her character that I'm really excited about as well. She has
Yeah.
one of the biggest
Yes,
exactly
in
Jim Hadley,
life.
life in general. She has one of the biggest roles in the movie. She's
Yeah.
really it's really
Yeah. Her
important to
character's
the
cool.
story. Her character is huge.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
character, Bishop, is the father of Easy Guy.
Isuke, yeah.
Yeah, Easy
Yeah.
Guy.
I'm a father, and my whole goal is to get my baby back. I got to get my baby back. She's being taken
Hi,
over.
Sergeant Girantina.
Hey, what's up, Sergeant? What's going on, Giratina? Good
Yeah,
that you're here.
she's
But yeah,
definitely yeah, that's his role. He is fighting for his daughter. He is
Mm,
in the thick of it for his daughter. It's bigger and it's so funny because that's the one time in the movie where him and Josh kind of go at it and argue. And he thinks, and well, Bishop, because I'd sent him some stuff, Bishop thought it was because Bishop was checking Josh. But the big argument that they have is not Bishop checking Josh, it's Josh checking Bishop because Bishop didn't tell Josh, okay, his partner in justice, that Isage was his daughter. He kept that to himself.
man,
And when Josh
that's
found that out, it was it that
secret.
there was some clash in there. Like she was your daughter and you didn't tell us this whole time. Oh, it's an incredible back and forth. The dialogue is just
that
fantastic.
aspect is going to be so good.
It's fun.
That
It's fun.
aspect is.
So I'm really looking forward to to you guys seeing that whole exchange between Bishop and Josh because Bishop and Josh they got each other's backs no matter what. But this is one time where it kind of gets a little bit heated. It's pretty
No
funny.
relationship
Yeah,
is perfect. No relationship is perfect. You know, friendships they go through ups and downs too, and they clash every now and then. You know.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Josh is, and I gotta say, Josh has a lot of gets into a lot of kind of, clashes with several people. He gets into this epic clash with One Punch Dan that is probably one of my favorite pieces in the whole movie because him and One Punch Dan are arguing and he just checks One Punch Dan like it's nothing. And Bishop is there. And what does Bishop do? He backs up Just Josh because again,
Got to.
just Josh. They're partners in justice. I mean, those two are joined at the hip. And to me,
Word.
I couldn't be happier with that team. Honestly, the team of the Bishop and Just Josh to me, that the partners in justice, they're the best. They're the best team in the film.
All
Like
right.
bar none. Even over to me, even over One Punch Dan and Pretty Punch, who are the main, who are essentially the
I
main
love that,
characters.
man.
But I mean, my God, there's so much greatness there between those two characters, and there's so much history too, which
Yeah.
will come into play later, and you guys are going to find out a lot more too.
Sin is also the first YouTuber I gifted the membership to as well, since Retro Nerd Girls Rebel Moon director's cut watch-alongs with Katie and Peter.
Oh yes,
Okay.
you're talking about
The hold my dual
my
shot.
Dual Shock, which Katie and Peter are also in the film. Now I have not revealed anything about their characters yet.
That's what
it's kind of a
I want to
surprise.
see.
It's kind of a surprise, and I think I'm gonna leave it a surprise for the movie because I think you guys, I think even they're gonna be kind of blown away as to what their role is in the movie. They have roles.
That's so cool. And see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Because they gave me permission. They gave me permission to put them in the movie. See, unlike some people, they actually did give me permission to put them in the film. So hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's like I reached out to certain people that I thought would be like
Receptive.
gung ho.
Yeah, excited.
I thought, my God, you're in a movie. I mean, you had no problem
Breaking news.
with
There you
had no
go.
problem with Mikey putting y'all in Dreamwalker and doing, you were going to be in a TV show and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. You don't think that they're using AI in TV shows and movies now? Do you really think
It's
that
everywhere.
Because
It's
I got news.
everywhere,
It's
man.
everywhere.
They are, there's your breaking news. They are. And there was a movie that came out not too long ago called Madam Web, and the rumor about Madam Web is that the entire script was written by AI. So
Chat GPT.
Yeah, I did hear something like that too.
So listen, hey,
I like Madam Web.
I'm just saying, okay.
I haven't watched Madam Web. Not
So
yet,
Try it.
anyway.
So again, I gotta give shouts out to both of you here in the executive branch on the panel, and to Sin Havoc and Just Josh and Bat Dan and APAS and all the people that trusted in me and believed in me enough to say yes to being in this project. Because to be quite honest with you, I had plans for a lot of people.
Uh-oh. Are we experiencing the echo?
Sorry, my phone was ringing.
It's everywhere. It's been around for
Is it
eons.
gone now?
Okay.
Is it gone now?
Is it? It's gone now. It's not.
Yeah, my phone had rang. Somebody was trying to call me.
It's. Whoa.
Absolutely.
It's echoing again.
Oh Lord.
Just come out and come
Sort
back in.
of.
Okay, let me see. I'll try. I'll go out and then come back in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you are.
Yeah, the phone is.
It's his phone.
Yeah.
And so you, Qatar, you're another one, man. I truly was excited, like when you had come to me and you were on 100% too, because I had an idea for you as well, and I was like, well, I know what I'm going to do with Qatar. And then people kept saying to me, well, Zod, are you going to be in the movie? And we'll talk about that a little bit as we get further.
Yeah.
Because there's some specific.
I was actually discussing AI in my stream before I totally met all of you. I was doing the AI stream for my buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of went totally, I went all in on AI for obvious reasons.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
There you go. Good job, Bishop. That's what I'm talking about. Took care of the problem, sir.
So, okay, now we check out the rest of the trailer.
Okay.
Cool.
Being a reporter is a dangerous job, especially with superheroes, cyborgs, and criminals mucking up the place in a melting pot of chaos. Sometimes I gotta forget about my day job and join my costume colleagues. That's right, during the day I'm Wilson Jakes, but all the rest of the time I'm T-Flame. Sometimes the only way to solve certain problems is with fire.
That's high. That is so cool.
Next. Hey, we can use the term superhero now.
Yes, we can.
This is Necron.
Yeah.
I wrote a death metal song for this.
Messing with me is always a bad idea. Just ask those true believers what happened to the church they used to
That's a
frequent.
death metal song.
I'm not a fan of cyborgs, cops, superheroes, or religious zealots. I'm the Dark Lord Necron, and I'm here to rock this world into the right direction. Money, metal, and mahogany are the three most important things in life, so stick that in your pipe and smoke
Why
it.
mahogany?
Money, metal, and mahogany.
He likes to burn because he likes to burn down the churches.
Hey,
oh man, it's
Dr. Zod.
Yeah.
Dr. Zod.
Dr. Zod.
Looks like
And Yolanda.
it feels like a love story.
Yeah. Yeah, she got the dots from.
Yolanda, you are a beautiful angel. Exploring and worshiping your body is beyond special. I want you, I need you, I crave you so much. The softness of your skin, the intoxication of your touch.
Oh, I love
Okay, I know that trailer.
Oh, I know this one.
It's complicated,
That's my voice.
but I know we will solve this mystery. One Punch Dan's power appears to be somehow ingrained within his DNA. This is beautifully extraordinary.
Look at that hair.
Look at the hair. Okay, so you want to talk about those three trailers, those trailers.
Yeah, those 4 trailers.
Four
We
trailers.
have T-Flame.
T-Flame.
Yeah. We can talk about T-Flame. I was shocked. T-Flame sent me a DM on Twitter and said, "Hey, can I be in your movie?" And I was like,
Nice.
I was like, "Yeah, of course." I said, all you got to do is, give me permission to use your voice, and, your voice and or your likeness, and I'll take care of the rest. I said, I got an idea I can do for you, and he's T-Flame, right? Strong arm flicks, and
Yeah.
I loved it. I love the fact that he came to me. He came to me at a time when so many of my friends had said no to me for various reasons, that I was like, dude, I'm gonna make you an awesome character. T-Flame is one of the biggest superheroes in the movie. He's got and as you know, T-Flame, fire. I mean, he is so much fun, and I loved his trailer. Sometimes the only way to
Looks
solve
good,
certain
man.
problems is with fire. He is. I will say, and he's kind of like, he's got this Clark Kent kind of thing
he does.
because he's a reporter, and then it is so cool, and I got so many homages to Superman in there as with his character, but he's a lot. I mean, he burns up a lot of stuff. He's really, and you get to see him a lot. There's a lot of scenes in the movie where you get to see him as a reporter. You'll actually
Hmm.
Mhm.
see him, out in the field, and where he's in street clothes, and he's in a dangerous area, and he gets attacked by some people, and he has to fight them off as his reporter alter ego to keep his he is but he is a great character, and he's another one. T Flame's another one who had like the perfect voice for that character. Like it
Yeah,
just
Yeah, it does.
fits. I'm like, with fire, and you see and then you see the fist, and then he's got and you hear the flames, and I did the guy I loved it. I had no reservations when he came to me like that. I felt so honored that he came to me and wanted to be in the movie. It moved my heart that he came to me wanting to be in the movie. I didn't have to go to him. He came to me, and I just felt so humbled. I'm like, yeah, of course
that's
you can be in
cool.
the movie. Like it
Yeah, that's
and that's the kind of thing, because like I said, at that point there were a lot of people that I had gone to that had turned me down for one reason or another. And when he, came to me by himself, it was just a great feeling. It was just great to know that somebody wanted to be a part of the project and believed in the project.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
been
that's
nothing but
good.
supportive. So
Yeah,
to me, it's like he's another one that I felt no, I had no reservations about, giving him a good character. And if I'm gonna put him in there, I'm gonna make it good. So that's the T on T Flame. He's definitely got a nice size role in the movie. I'm just
all
hoping
right.
that's
that I
so
don't.
cool, man. I
I'm just
love
hoping
that.
I don't. I'm just
But
hoping I
let's,
don't have to cut. I'm just hoping I don't have to cut. I have a
A
I have a
lot of scenes,
I have a
man.
bad feeling that some of his stuff is gonna have to get cut, unfortunately. But
but time.
he's got a lot of good stuff
We
in the
you
movie.
can you can
I
do
have
an
to say.
extended cut.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there will definitely
Hey.
be a One Punch Dan director's cut, and I'll tell
Yeah,
you guys
that's
off air. I'll tell you guys off air after the show why there's going to be a One Punch Dan director's cut. There's
all
only
Okay.
right.
one.
All
There's only
right.
one. There's only one reason why, and I'm going to tell you that after. But
Cool. Well,
uh,
I want to know. I want to know how.
Necron.
We go to, yeah, Necron. I want to know how he came about.
well, Necron. What's great about Necron is I reached out to him, and he was
Yeah,
100% on board right away. He didn't hesitate.
yeah. He
He gave me
didn't
permission
hesitate,
right away. He was
which is
very
cool.
happy. He was very happy to be a part of it. He's been supportive, and I honestly, I and I was so glad too that he said yes, because I had a lot of ideas for the Dark Lord Necron. I knew what I wanted to do.
One Punch Dan, the Zod writer cut.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to be clear on this though. The reason why there's a director's cut is not really a reason that I'm happy with, but there will be a
Yeah,
director's
yeah,
cut.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He, Necron is a his character in the movie. You asked about Mahogany. Well,
yeah. I had, what?
churches, right?
What? What
Mahogany,
mahogany?
churches and places, buildings and things. You know, um,
Yeah.
Necron is someone who is not afraid to like tear places down. I mean, he'll
Mm,
tear a place down. You don't want to mess with the Dark Lord Necron, okay? Because he kind of
No.
has a different view of things. And there's a big fight in the movie between Necron and One Punch Dan that is insane. And I told
yeah.
Oh.
Batman about this fight. I sent Batman some of the, and also sent Necron some of the footage. Necron was excited. I showed him that
Mhm.
there's a fight scene between him and One Punch Dan, and
Wow.
I think I think that's going to be one of the highlights of the movie, because Necron has the ability to turn the sky black. Necron is not somebody to mess with. Okay, he has a lot of dark art abilities. Okay,
Mhm.
he's very well versed in the dark arts. He's a very And I won't say that he's an evil character because he's not. All the
Right.
characters in One Punch Dan universe, there's something more
Yeah.
to them. They're not just
Right.
black and white. There's always something else there, and you're gonna see
Yeah.
that in just about all the characters. There's depth in every single one of the characters, and you're gonna understand
Yeah.
throughout the movie. And Necron, yeah, at first Necron's gonna seem like a villain kind of, but he's not.
Uh-huh.
And it's sort of there's a lot of nuance and there's a lot of great things going on there with Necron. And I wrote a death metal song for Necron, Necron's Reign, which was playing in the teaser.
In the
Yeah.
background.
So he has a very interesting role in the movie. So I think you guys are gonna like what we're doing with Necron, what I'm doing with Necron.
All right.
He looks so cool. Yeah.
So with my character, I remember telling Zod that I want to join the cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember you coming to me and wanting to be in it, and I'm just like, I've got somebody in mind. I had somebody in mind for you instantly. I knew exactly who you would be. As soon as you
That
said you
role
wanted to
is
be in
perfect.
it was like I knew what I was going to do with you, and then people kept coming to me about, well, how come you're not in your own movies, Odd? So I
But
was
you
like,
are.
okay, well, I'll throw myself in there, and I'll make myself a doctor too. But Zod is more of a doctor of love than a doctor of medicine. That's the thing. There's no like with you,
Oh,
you're more of the scientist. You're more of the
I'm more of a
mind that actually wants to
professional
solve.
Professor Utonium
Oh
from
yeah, more.
Powerpuff Girls.
You are. Oh, you are
right. You're
great.
just obsessed with your work, man.
You are great though. You are great in it, and your victories come, and your victories and successes come with when you solve things. You care about people and you care about the results of the things that you're trying to figure out. So everything with your character, every scene with your character, I get excited, Qatar, because your character is
Very
just
nice.
so great. And like I was like I told you at one point, I had, had been looking online at like medical journals and stuff for things with your character because you're so scientific and you have so many you're a brilliant mind and your character is so it's the perfect character
It is.
in
It
this
is. It
movie.
fits you.
It fits you very well, and I'm very excited for people to
I'm
see
excited.
what your character is going to do. And your character also has, you know, some spirituality too, which
Yeah.
which we'll get into later. But it
The main.
but it's but it's there. It's there. It's wonderful.
You're
Yeah.
all welcome, my brothers.
And and Dr. Zod, he's a doctor. Yeah, he works at the hospital and he works with Qatar, but he's kind of more, he's got
He's
this
working on Yolanda.
he's got this woman that he's got this woman
Dr.
that
Zod is in love.
he's got this woman that he's in love with, that he's kind of that he's focused on, and so the scenes with Dr. Zod, you get some scenes with Dr. Zod at the lab with him and his sister Jasmine, and you get some scenes with him and Dr. Qatar, but most of Dr. Zod's scenes are, at home with his girlfriend Yolanda, and there's some things going on there
Yolanda.
that are really, really,
Or on
really
the yacht.
compelling and interesting. Yeah. He's not as driven medically or scientifically the way you are. You're driven by that, and he's driven by Yolanda. So
He's more biological.
right. God's more biological. He just wants to he just wants to go home to hot Yolanda. He doesn't care about any of that. He's thinking
Okay,
about
and sail on their yacht.
he's thinking about Yolanda all day, every day. He doesn't have any interest
Mhm.
in all that stuff. That's
Mhm.
the doctor stuff is just so that he can afford that lifestyle. So he can afford
Yeah.
constantly be pouring wine and showering Yolanda with affection
And once again, sailing on their yacht.
sailing on their yacht. All of these things that you wouldn't get, he wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So it's sort of, so there's that. So he's got a little bit of a plot line, but it's not a big role. I mean, actually, and that's why I did that, because his character, because the Dr. Zod character, if I had to cut anywhere, I could cut there, and it wouldn't really affect the story all that much. So
Okay.
I kind of
We
look at
need
it.
your presence in there, though.
I kind of look at it that way. If I get to a point where I'm in a bind and I need to cut a few minutes off, and I know where I can cut when it comes to Zod and Yolanda, but as far as your character goes, though, Katar, like I said, I'm thrilled with where your character is in the movie, and I wanted and I just wanted your character to be done justice in a way that you could see how important of a role that you have, and I think that trailer
Yeah.
does that. So
Yeah.
All right.
So cool.
So probably do another teaser
Why not?
trailer.
Why not?
This was a first.
Never
teaser.
underestimate the power of Pretty Punch. I'm taking you down now.
I love that name. I love the song.
Pretty Punch.
Ella viene de la nada con fuerza de acero, una capa en el viento y un destino sincero. En el cielo se dibuja con su puño valiente, protege a todos los
catchy.
perros con su causa
It is.
ardiente. Pretty Punch, ella es nuestra heroína, pelea sin miedo y nunca se rinde. Con destreza supera cualquier desafío, salva a los inocentes con un solo desvío. Cierra los ojos, siente su poder. Pretty Punch nos cuida, no hay nada que temer. Pretty Punch, ella es nuestra heroína, pelea sin miedo y nunca se rinde.
Pretty catchy.
It is.
Pretty Punch.
That is so hot.
Day to test me, Cyborg.
Catch you later, Sergeant.
Yeah.
Corporates rich while the poor still suffer. But from these hard times, our hearts only get tougher. Kids in the ghetto dream big despite the scene, hustling every day to break out clean. Issues deep, you can see it in their eyes, looking for a way out. Now the jackal is nearby, the kids will be safe. The cyborg's late to try and bait the innocent to the depths. It's a threat, the jackal will check and mate. This is not the kind of thing here to ding up for debate. His silver guns, laser red glowing eyes. The jackal is an anti-hero that knows no demise. He's eternal, infernal, a lethal real combo. The cyborgs have no chance. Best believe it's the AI's last dance.
Sickening. Just
That's
sickening.
that's it.
That is just
Wow.
Those two trailers were earlier trailers that I did that were
Yeah.
based off
It
of animation and
shows.
storyboards, more so
Mm.
than live action. But I included them to show how far things have come. Those are very
Those are the
specific.
first ones
Those are
I
good, but they're
watch.
very
Yeah.
rudimentary, and they're b-
Yeah.
and those took a lot of work too. But they're not, they're definitely not representative of the final product because the movie is live action. But I did
Right.
want to show, the elements of those characters. And Pretty Punch is the love interest, as well as she's sort of a sidekick to One Punch Dan, but it's almost like One Punch Dan is her sidekick, because she's kind of she's really she's kind of the type. She's not the type of woman that yeah, she rolls with One Punch Dan, but One Punch Dan, there's only so much he can say to Pretty Punch. Pretty Punch kind of runs that. It's sort of it's a very, it's a male female dynamic, but also, they do have that personal relationship that is, they are together. So it's sort of, and all of that kind of comes into play with their relationship.
And
Um,
I think that is so clever the way that you gave her the name Pretty Punch, because it goes right perfect with One Punch Dan and Pretty Punch. That is just it's sickening. I like that.
Yeah, that's them. That's those two. They're basically just, and they're together, and and that's their relationship, and they have, they go on a lot of adventures together. It's really interesting. And then the last
Yes.
trailer was the
The Jackal.
Jackal, who is the big anti-hero, big bad, but he's also gray area. There's a lot of
He
stuff with
has
him too that's
the
that's
Red
not.
Hood
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with
overtones.
him. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about him that you guys are going to be surprised by in the movie. He has a pretty deep storyline, and I'm hoping that I can I have enough time in the movie to tell that whole story,
Mhm.
because there's a lot
Yeah.
there. I mean, in fact, I could probably do a Jackal movie all by itself, because that's how
Nice.
much of a story I've got there. But I'm going to try to incorporate as much of it as I can into One Punch Dan, but I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to, because of, all the stuff I'm trying to fit in now. And I've had to go back and, do some, reshoots, so to speak, on certain things. So
Re-render.
I don't necessarily know, if I'll be able to put all the Jackal stuff in there. But so far, he's got a pretty beefy storyline in the movie as well. So
Yeah,
A
yeah.
quick question, Zod. How long do you expect the movie to run?
well,
One
I want to
Punch
go I want to
Cinematic
go
Universe.
I want the first film to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't
Okay.
really want it to be much longer
Longer.
than that. I think the idea is to give it I think I'll have proved my point if I can do an hour and a half to 2 hours. I think that's
Hmm.
enough. I'm not
Mhm.
Yeah.
trying to make a super long movie, because
Mhm.
for a number of different reasons, but mainly it's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I don't, and I, that's why I say I don't really know, you know, the good thing is that I've got more material for the film than I really need. So the
Mhm.
problem is only going to be it's not going to be a problem
Editing.
of not having enough. It's going to be a problem of having too much, and there's going to be things that are going to have to get cut, unfortunately. But
Unfortunately.
I know that it's going to come out good, and then anything I don't get to in the first film, I can always do another movie. So
Hmm.
there's a lot going on with that.
Right.
But I mean, I genuinely think that all of the characters will be properly represented. I mean, every character
Nice.
that you saw in these trailers, they're all those characters have plenty of screen time. They have plenty of story. They're not, you know uh, shortchanged in any way. I think everybody, even if I have to make trims here and there, I think everybody is pretty well represented. I mean, I kind of thought about it. I'm like, I'll go in, I'll edit the thing. The thing won't even be the whole thing will be under an hour because I've been worried about it. Now I've trimmed it to the point where it'll be a nice, it'll be a nice lean but coherent product.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm not going for a long movie, but we'll
All
see.
right.
Yeah, leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sin Havoc said the One Punch Dan cinematic universe.
Absolutely.
I can say there are plans for 3 movies. Okay,
Nice.
plans for
That's
three
nice.
movies, and then there's a couple of side projects with regards to them that I'm working on
Spin-offs.
as well. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't think that the first movie is going to be difficult to. It's going to be difficult. I think it's just going to be painful cutting some stuff out that I know I want in there because I'd love to have everything in there, but like I said, I don't want the movie to be 4 hours long. I don't want the
Yeah.
movie. I don't want the
Every good director goes through that. Every good director, there's scenes that they don't want to cut out, but they have to for certain reasons or whatever. Yeah, so you're in good company. So you know that just
Yeah.
lets you know that it's gonna be real great. It's gonna be real great. It really is.
So we're segueing to the next. Actually, this is the main topic.
Okay.
Twilight of the Gods. Did you watch
Oh,
this, uh, Zod?
absolutely.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
masterpiece.
What can you say of this series from Netflix? First is Bishop.
Well, it's not your normal Saturday morning cartoon. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh boy, what can I say about Twilight of the Gods? Boy, it's a masterpiece of animation. I honestly think that it's excellently well done. I kind of like at first the kind of the animation style kind of threw me a little bit, but I got used to it real quick.
Hmm.
Um, the storytelling was
Amazing show,
wonderful.
said Sin.
It was. It the it gives you all the beats that a Zack Snyder movie would give you. Even in animation, he had to give you the slow motion. I love
Yeah.
it.
He did the
Remember,
slow motion in animation, which is
yeah, when
dope.
Segredo when she leaped over him in the battle in the battle, and he was looking up and she's flying overhead. I'm like, yeah, go Zach. It's
Yeah.
just this. It will shock you because I was shocked numerous of times watching this series. I'm like, oh, really? This is where we're going, Zach. Okay. I didn't know that you were going to go there, but you went there. So, okay.
All right.
All righty then. Here we go. But
How,
I just really enjoyed the storytelling. I enjoyed, and my favorite was the way he portrayed Thor. Because
yeah.
that's the truest the truest besides the God of War game where they had Thor in there. They
Uh-huh.
did a good job with him in there too, but Zach's movie just it was more accurate. It was just that's what Thor is supposed to be like. That's his attitude. That's the way he uses his powers. That's the way he thinks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Marvel Thor too. I do, except for the last movie, which was ridiculous. But um, it was just too much. Taika just went stupid. But
Yeah.
I like that Thor too. But the depiction that Zach did was just so good. It was so good. I mean, the entire thing, the way he did Loki was perfect. Uh, the story about the giants, the whole thing about them going to get the apples and things, the immortal apples and all of that. It was just so good. I would. It took me. I watched it in 2 days because the first time I watched it up until about 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, I got to go to bed. So I went to bed, and when I woke up, I finished the rest of it. So
Marvel
it,
fans have no idea that's how Thor actually is.
yeah, he's supposed to be. Now, in the beginning, in the first couple of Thor movies, they had him almost like that. He had that kind of attitude, stuck with that, But they had to marvelize it a little bit. So
Yeah.
and then they let Taika Waititi get a hold of it, and Lord, now I did enjoy Ragnarok. I enjoyed Ragnarok, but the Love and Thunder they just they turned that into a Saturday morning cartoon, you know.
Hey, welcome,
But
Integrity 101. What's up, guy?
hey, that's my Pearl Harbor brother.
Yeah.
We're both born on Pearl Harbor Day.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we're the bomb. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
how about you, Zod Writer? What did you think about Twilight of the Gods?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It really felt like a Zack Snyder movie. For me,
Mhm.
just split up into animated chunks. I
Mhm.
enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the proper depiction of Thor. Loki was
Yeah.
really cool. I really liked a lot about it. It took a little bit. I took a little bit of time adjusting to the animation because that's
Mhm.
really not an animated style that I'm really fond of. But
Yeah, me either.
it grew on me over a couple of episodes, and once I got used to it and understood, okay, this is the direction that they're going in, I was really happy with it.
Episodic
Yeah, yeah,
format.
the episodic format. I was really happy with it. I loved it. And so, I'm definitely looking forward to more. Netflix would be stupid not to
Mm.
make a second season. Uh, you
Yeah.
know,
It's
it
the
was very
songs of
Oh, come
enjoyable,
on.
Sigrid.
definitely
You
enjoyable.
know,
You know, I,
you know
I
there's a second season coming. You know there's a second season.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be. There definitely needs to be.
Yeah. Okay, I like
Yes.
the series, the animation, the Jay Oliva was making a point actually for this animated feature. Sin Havoc says VSJL is also episodic. Could
Mm-hmm.
uh, could be a hint of what's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be,
Okay.
could
Like
be.
well, just like Zach told Sky when he was talking about the end of Rebel Moon, and he said, check out the end of Rebel Moon, and that gives you a sense of how he could go forward with the Justice League. You say,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
and the director's cuts. Well, y'all seen them. Ooh. Now imagine
Live
he put that
action.
to Justice
Stay
League.
tuned.
Yes. Imagine he put that kind of effort towards Justice League the way he did with Rebel Moon. Oh my.
Yeah, it's almost as if something is inevitable.
Yeah. Where did I hear that from?
Integrity.
Exactly. Oh
And
man.
guys, Twilight of the Gods keep on is on the top 10 in Netflix all over the world. In the Philippines, it's been number 8, number 9, then number 8 again. It's going back and forth for a few weeks, man. It's
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because it's undeniable.
Considering it's an animation of that style, and let's face it, frontal nudity.
Yeah, lots. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is not your marvelized Thor.
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. No.
Zack
Mm-mm.
is back in a big way, bigger than ever, according
Yes,
to
he is.
Integrity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you Can you guys imagine a live action version of that?
Well, there are a lot of
It would be expensive.
Yes,
Netflix
yeah.
uh, has a lot of Viking inspired series over the years.
Yeah.
And Sin Havoc says heavy metal inspired.
100%.
Totally. Totally.
Heavy
You
metal,
know,
Spice and
I
heavy
saw
metal
a
used to
lot.
scare me when I was little.
I saw a lot of heavy metal in the Rebel Moon movies as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Zach is taking some heavy inspiration.
I used to
I
be
think
mesmerized by the heavy metal movie. It did.
his
It
audience
scared
is
me when I was little.
more of uh, the mature ones,
Right.
not
Mhm.
your MCU. Uh, I think they're gonna will they crucify me for saying that the MCU as of late are kiddie inspired. The audience
Yeah,
is
now y'all got to get off my MCU. I understand, but y'all got to understand they are tied up with Disney, so they can't go too hard, because it'll hurt the
yeah,
brand. But
yes.
I mean,
Considering Disney made an R-rated Deadpool versus Wolverine,
which was
and I thought that,
fantastic.
and that movie is sort of gonna get copied and copied for a long time.
Hmm. Hmm. That
Loki
was
is
a
one of
good. It
my
was really.
favorite characters in Twilight of the Gods, according to Sin Havoc.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
the
man. That
the
was.
scapegoat god is Loki.
Yeah, the scapegoat god, and that's what I liked about that too. You kind of understood Loki. You kind of felt for him. You know, even though he's this trickster god and you can't trust him. He's always up to something, but you kind of feel why. When they were talking about his daughters and then his kids and things, you could tell when all that stuff happened to his family, it broke him. It kind of
Mikey
broke
said
him.
Midnight Suns is inbound, and yeah, Integrity said
Oh yeah.
MCU sucks.
Hey, get off my MCU now.
Nah, I like some of them. They're all right with Iron Man. Some of the other films are cool. Overrated though. Let's be real.
I,
Just saying.
I, I take offense. I take
It's
offense.
overrated actually. And
No, it's not.
I
It's
will
not
talk about
overrated. It's a different flavor. That's
some
all.
DCU news. No, no comment for that. Not for a long time.
Yeah,
Even though I'm a DC person.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you I'm not excited for Creed Commandos. I'll tell you that.
Who?
Exactly. I'm
Who the? Who
really
they?
not. I'm not biting at the. I'm not chomping at the bit to see that.
Yeah, no one's biting something. All
And I'm
right.
really not ready for Superman Legacy because even though they just want to call it Superman now, I don't.
Well, you don't have to worry about Superman Legacy because you're going to have another movie to worry about.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And yes, I sort of made a mistake of saying that One Punch Dan will be shown on July 1st next year, but
Yeah, just
it's
add another one on there.
July 11th. I'm sorry, guys. My mistake.
It's all right.
It is coming out the same day as Superman Legacy or Superman.
I wonder who have a better reaction.
No one's excited for Superman L.
I
Yeah,
think
Superman into the pedoverse will flop. What the hell?
into the. You know what?
No more talking about that.
So I gotta ask you, Qatar, what's your favorite of all the One Punch Dan trailers I've put out so far?
Of course, my favorite is my trailer.
Of course.
Okay, and then you, Bishop, what's your favorite trailer so far?
Well, even though I love my trailer, I do love it lots. I love it a lot. Um, Honestly, the last one that you just put out, Sin Habit, because to me it's the
Yeah.
smoothest looking,
Okay, you
and
know
and, and,
what,
and
Qatar,
it brings you into the story.
Qatar, if you don't
Yeah.
mind, play Sin Havoc's trailer one more time.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's by popular demand,
I love it
let's
because look how
play
smooth
Sin
it looks like a
Havoc's
scene from a movie. It looks like a scene from a movie.
trailer.
Just
Sacrificed
look.
himself for what he believed. He had unshakable faith in humanity, said he was dying for the sins of this world. His brutal death was beyond moving, powerful, so much more than any words I can or will ever speak. I was a Roman soldier. My fate was just. When I died, I was reborn, told by the redeemed, I am a warrior for the side of light. Today, One Punch Dan and the rest of the team know me as Sin Havoc, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Just to be with the one he loves. How many times has he broken down?
Ah, you see how smooth it look?
That
It looks
was
like a scene from a movie.
that was awesome, man.
It is. It just looks
Uh,
like that's one of the best
I mean,
ones, man.
it is. I mean, it is from a movie. So,
Well, it is probably. I mean, like
I,
like like
I point that out. It is a movie. It is a movie.
it
But
really
yeah,
does. It doesn't look
actually,
like. Well, I mean to say it doesn't look like AI. It doesn't look like AI at all. It just
yeah,
looks good.
it's just
it's not supposed to. That's
it's
the whole point. The whole point is to
Ex-
show that it can be made. It can look real. It can look like a lot of money, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's one of my favorites. And like I
good.
said, I love of course mine. And I like Katars too. I like them all really because they all have a
yeah.
certain flavor to them.
Yeah, they're all
Alpha
different.
Pass.
They're all very different.
It's the teaser for Alpha Pass was cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, to see her fly up in there with the wings. Oh, it's just ah, all of it is just lovely to me. I'm just so excited for it, man. I'm just
Yeah,
excited.
that's
I can't wait to see some of my battle scenes.
I can't either. Yeah. You got a lot of great stuff. It's just cool to see. It's cool to see you in flight, Bishop. I mean,
yeah.
know,
Make all this little fat boy's dreams come true. Oh,
It is Zod uh camera frozen.
no.
you froze that?
Did I freeze?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
freeze,
think
but
your
your
camera is.
voice,
I
your
froze.
camera
We can
freeze.
hear you. It's just you ain't
Yeah,
moving.
but we can hear you.
Okay, let me come out now. Come back in.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, all right, yes, sir. Oh, I love it
Man,
though,
that
man.
was
So exciting, man.
I was so excited for this uh film for
Mm-hmm.
next year, and
Mm-hmm.
it was nice reviewing the teasers, the Twilight of the Gods episodes, and yes,
So,
you're
you know what
back.
yeah, there you go. Now you know what I was thinking, Qatar. I was thinking like,
Yeah,
and Zod too. I was thinking like, as the date, the release date comes closer, maybe like sometime before the movie comes out, we could have like a panel with some of the stars of the movie on it, and we could just all talk about it.
Absolutely.
absolutely
I think this would be the best. This would be the best place to have it. After all, this is the.
Cool. You,
cool.
I'll do
that's all.
whatever you guys want to do. I'm gonna because I'm gonna send you guys all. You guys are gonna get all the stuff ahead of time
Okay,
anyway. So yeah.
that'd be
So
cool.
Integrity said, I like this show lately. It's cool that you guys team up. Well, we're always cool, man. We're not even preachy.
Right. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, because the word will speak for itself. We do talk about the word,
yeah, we
and
talk about
because it's all tied into it. It's
we
all
talk about a
that.
lot of things like politics, world
Mm-hmm.
news, comic
Mm-hmm.
books,
Mm-hmm.
CBMs,
All
and
that music, things,
faith,
all yeah.
music. Yeah, we talk about music. We also love music,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And we gotta have
Absolutely.
faith.
we gotta have faith.
Yeah, you messed me up when you said that earlier. And I was like, oh God, he did see it. I don't know where it came from,
How
man. It
could
just came
you
out.
compare the faith song from what's her name that Zod downloaded
Oh,
with
Jasmine Star?
yeah,
Jasmine
with
Star, yeah.
Limp Bizkit's Fate. That was man. I I really like being with you guys, and Sin Havoc already has a name for us. The crew,
And what's that? The
the crew.
crew.
Yeah,
Hey,
we are of
okay.
course the executive producers.
The executive branch. Yes.
Yeah, the executive branch or the crew. I have to pick
Okay.
which one to use.
We could be both.
Hey, it's also fresh. A One Punch Dan comic
Hey,
would require a
What's up,
comic book.
Osa Fresh? Well,
what's
there
going
might
on,
we
Oscar?
might consider a comic book, but for now, it's a
That would be
movie.
cool.
It's a
That would be
movie,
cool.
and there's gonna be a lot there. Like I said, I got plans for 3 films and some spin-offs. So you guys have got a lot to look forward to in the One Punch Dan cinematic universe.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's going to also be another cinematic universe coming too. So yeah, and it's also faith based. So yeah.
Yes. So
Mhm.
we better make our last comments and remarks. So
Okay.
it's what are the plans do you have? Let's first for uh, Bishop.
Hmm.
Your plans for the next couple of days.
Well, in the next couple of days, hopefully, I'm going to get me another phone because I'm going to throw this one out of the window. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for my show for Wednesday.
Mhm.
I do them every Wednesday and every Sunday. Come on in and get some with the bishop.
We
Um,
already came in and got some.
oh yeah, y'all come in to get y'all's. Yeah, y'all get yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's plenty of it. It's plenty for everybody. Come on and get some. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just preparing for my show, and and just still being excited about everything that's going on in my life, man. I'm so blessed and so honored to be a part of this. And thank you again, once again, Zod. I really do, man, because you are truly, like I said, you truly are helping me make my dreams come true. Actually,
Right.
I've always wanted to do something like this and be a part of something like this, and I'm getting the opportunity because of you, and I thank you for that.
Well,
So
you definitely are now. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in the thick
So
of it now.
so, so Sin Havoc commented, you need some diss tracks for One Punch Dan music, especially Just Jaws versus One Punch Dan.
Oh, that would be
Well, yeah.
cool.
Well, you kind
The
of,
One Punch Dan
you're kind of reading
album.
my mind. You're kind of reading my mind there, Sin Havoc. There is going to be some stuff coming. So, like you like to say, stay tuned.
Stay
Stay tuned.
tuned.
Stay
So
tuned.
how about Zod Writer?
Well, for me, it's all work on the movie, and of course more music. I'm working with Jasmine Star, trying to get more music out of hers. So you'll be seeing more of that from me and from her in the coming weeks, as well as probably some more One Punch Dan stuff. Again, I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to get ready so that I can cut everything together, and I appreciate that, Sin Havoc.
Great
Uh,
minds think
Cutting
alike.
things together and making the movie the best it can possibly be, and there'll probably be some more teaser trailers for those interested in those. But yeah, I mean that's really what's taken up a lot of my time, honestly. I mean,
Shout out to the crew.
I haven't even had a chance to really do anything on my YouTube channel as far as like live streams or anything like that goes. I
Right.
don't know.
No.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get back to that again because of all the stuff that I've got going on. So it's hard.
Yeah.
This is just one of those projects. And again, I have no shortage of projects because I finish this, then I move on to something else, and I've got, a
Well,
big
she's the
big
Lord has a lot of
big
plans for you.
a big collaboration coming up with the bishop too. So there's a
Yeah.
lot going on here. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys will see me doing live streams on my YouTube channel, apart from appearing on shows like this and other people, but as far as like, if you like the content that I'm putting out there, I'm focusing on the music and stuff for the movie. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He's using you right now. He's using you right now.
You're a godsend, Zod.
Yeah, he's elevating you now. He's
Yeah.
not just you, but all of us. But through this project, he's elevating all of us and taking us to another level that we need to be at right now in the way the days, the way things are now in the world. And they need something like
Yeah.
this, something positive and something that encourage people to know our Father in heaven a little bit more, and to learn how to be more connected to each other spiritually instead of, always being at odds with each other. And this movie I believe this is going to be a good catalyst for that, is because
Yeah.
when we were on the call the other night and you were breaking it down to us about everything, I could just, I was getting goosebumps. I was just feeling
I can feel the spirit flowing uh,
right.
down upon us.
Yeah, it
It
was. It
was
was all
a
throughout
real
that phone call.
feeling.
It really was. I could feel the spirit building as you were telling us about the things that we were, reacting to it, and I, you could just feel the power. This is going to be off the chain. So you just don't worry. The live streams will be there, but you got
Yeah.
work to do. You got work to
Yeah.
do.
For sure.
Okay. So I'm still doing my watch along streams for
Yes.
movies and shows. I'll be
Hmm.
doing my Batman Beyond, The Return of the Joker watch along, the
Hmm.
uncut version on Wednesday, my time.
Hmm.
Then on Friday, uh, what is that I planned? Well, let me check my my
Yeah, your schedule
posters.
is.
My schedules is so
Yeah.
uh
You're the hardest working man on YouTube.
well, I need something to do.
You got a
Okay,
trouble,
Ultraman season 1
huh? Oh,
episodes 7 and to 10. That's the
I,
next on Friday my time.
do you guys
No,
remember the original Ultraman?
Hmm.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you remember? Do you
The
remember
Oh,
Spec? Do you remember Spectre
no
Man?
cowboy. Who?
yep.
Spectre Man.
Spectre
Hmm.
Man. No.
Hmm.
Weird. I
I remember
I
him.
I remember.
He
Uh,
was he was all environmental. You remember Bishop?
Yeah,
That guy was environmental. He was all about,
yeah, he was. Yeah, he had something like an attitude like Captain Planet or
that
something like that.
something like
But it was
that.
cool. But the original, I remember the original. Because you remember, I don't know if you guys remember the movie where Ultraman had to fight either Godzilla, I think it was, or
mm,
King
a
Kong. It was one of
kaiju,
them. Yeah, the
a
kaiju.
kaiju. Yeah.
It
Well,
was. I remember. I've always loved Ultraman though.
and did you know that Ultraman is a Marvel Comics now?
Oh, now. Oh, okay. No, because I didn't know before.
Yeah.
No. What? Okay.
What?
That's
Anyway,
cool.
I sort of followed that comic for a while in early 2002, I think.
Mm.
Just dropped it. Anyway, and Sinabok said, Cowboy Bebop. No, no, no Cowboy Bebop. Uh, and I'm setting up my myself for in preparation for laparoscopy procedure, and I hope
um,
I get all the requirements.
you will. You'll make it through
Batman
it. You'll
Beyond
breeze right through it.
Uncut is amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. So you, everyone, stay in the chat, but this is we're out of here for now.
Yeah. For
See you
now.
soon. For
For
now.
now.
All right, guys. I'll holler at you later.